want to be talked about. I don't care what they say. Go bandy my name about. In the end, it's bound to pay. You're in the swing when nothing daunts you. Once you're in demand, the whole world wants you. Long as I'm a big sensation, I can get along on my reputation.
Now, you guys know I'm not going to be able to just lay in bed and not do anything. That's not how I operate. And of course, this came out this morning, and oh my God, I just had to do a video. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I couldn't just lay here. We all know that whenever Will and Kate or anybody in the royal family does anything, here comes Meghan and Harry, and here we go again. So we all know that William and Kate went on a UK train tour to thank everybody, all the essential workers in the UK who kept the country running. And it was inevitable that this then came up next. Here's your clip. And just FYI, this was obviously pre-taped over several takes. And, you'll notice that she set it up with the pillows next to her to make it look all homey, etc. Here you go.
In a year that has been universally challenging for everyone, I'm inspired by the stories of compassion in our communities. Across the country, people have put their own needs aside to come together and support the collective well-being of those around them. Back in March, the COVID-19 crisis hit hard, and overnight, everything seemed to change. For many families, the impact of the pandemic has been catastrophic, and far too many were faced with a heartbreaking question: how am I going to put food on the table for my family? But in the face of this devastating reality, we also saw the power of the human spirit and the remarkable ways that communities respond in challenging times. We saw the good in people, in our neighbors, and in entire communities coming together to say they would not stand by while our neighbors went hungry. We saw communities standing up and taking action. When kids' lunch programs came to a halt, we saw our neighbors make sure that those children receive the nutrition they need. And when those who are immunocompromised or most vulnerable couldn't leave their homes, we as a community showed up to deliver the food they needed to their doorsteps. We know the value of food as nourishment, as a life source, and in moments of crisis, the warmth of a meal can feel as comforting as a much-needed hug, especially in the absence of human contact due to the social distancing we're all experiencing. These moments reminded so many that they're cared for. Tonight, we are celebrating these quiet heroes, some of whom I know, and others that we applaud from afar. These individuals stood up and made sure the most basic needs of our communities were met. They made sure that those around them did not have to suffer in isolation. They nourished their neighbors in more ways than one. And they showed us, all of us, that even in the darkest times, when we come together, we have the power to remind someone else that there is hope and that we will be okay.
I think this is the start of her new PR team trying to get her out there. I think she has a lot of nerve talking about, the pandemic when she's already said previously that this gave her and Harry the time to really bond with their child, and all the other tone-deaf statements that she's previously made. I find it also interesting that as somebody who's a multimillionaire and who's married to somebody who's a multimillionaire, these two have yet to give a dime towards the pandemic or towards food or towards anything else having to do with feeding the neighbors and these people that she wants to hug. Where is their contribution other than showing up to hand out supplies that other people paid for and collected, or handing out meals once for 15 minutes and making sure they were PAP doing it and then leaving because she claimed it was a security risk? Anyway, I guess the point of this video is the fact that since William and Kate did something, we knew this was going to come out eventually. They always have to do something to try to top them, and here you go. I'd also like to point out that in this video, she couldn't keep her hand off her hair. Once again, she had to quote unquote frame her face. And also notice, unlike the voting video, they didn't give you any shots of her from the chest down. People have been writing to me asking me where she is. Personally, I think she has a surrogate pregnant, and so she's staying out of the spotlight so that she can not have to wear the fake baby bump this time around, and she can just pop up and go, here I am with my new baby. Anyway, you guys, I am feeling some better today, as you can probably tell. Thank you for all the well wishes. Keep those emails coming, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day.